glad you can join us tonight for our team Zoom. August 10th already. Summer's just flying by. We're getting closer and closer to convention, which is going to be virtual, and we're super excited. We want to see everyone register for convention. Don't wait to do it. You can register in your own office, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I've been hearing like incredible things about it, and there's all these things that are said to be wonderful that are secrets at this point. So I just encourage everyone not to miss it. We even have a 30-day window to watch it. So if you have like a wedding or something going on that weekend, you can still have the 30-day period to watch it. So I encourage everyone to get registered for that. And with that, we're super excited tonight because we have somebody here that's with us every week. She's such a faithful LifeVantage friend, Renee Parker. She's a Pro 5 out of Georgia. And in 2012, Renee's and her husband's health were in need of a new path of possibilities. As it is for many women, burning the candle at both ends as both a mom and an overstressed employee seemed normal to her. However, the demands on being sole breadwinner while raising teenagers took an unmistakable toll on her health. A concerned friend suggested both she and her husband learn about the little yellow pill, Protandim. So astounded by the positive benefits and remarkable science, Renee began to use her personal experience as a springboard to share her newfound passion for all the products, hoping she could help other burned out moms while earning enough money to cover the cost of her monthly subscription. She also set out to understand and point people to the unique business opportunity afforded by LifeVantage. Working with purpose and consistency, Renee's decision is now creating a legacy business for her family, and she desires to help people from all walks of life close the gap between what's happening today and what is possible tomorrow. I love that, Renee. That's awesome. And we're so excited to have you share with us. Renee's undergoing some amazing social media training right now. It's pretty intensive from what I understand. And it's with Fraser Brooks. And so she is going to share with us some of those tidbits. And for her, it hasn't been free. She's actually been investing in her LifeVantage business. So Renee, with that, I'm just going to turn the time over to you. Thank you, my friend. It's an honor to have you tonight.
Julie, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for taking some time tonight. This first training is a social media piece that Fraser took 3 hours to do. So we should be able to maybe bring it down to about an hour and a half together, okay? We are just gonna hit some high notes. And this is part of the very first training I did have. Now, I am part of Fraser's Inner Circle. Have you seen this floating around any of your social media feeds? No?
No.
You follow the Fraser Brooks? Social media guru, now considered by Eric Worre the #1 social media network marketing teacher in the world. And I did invest in a year in his Inner Circle because I wanted to know. I didn't want to get it secondhand. I wanted to know, because just like most of you guys here, we were not born with one of these in our hands. Now, children today, that's why labor is so difficult. They're born with their phone in their hand. And if they're poor and they're not born with one, they're fitted for one shortly after birth. So our kids know social media. Especially for a little bit older, if you're in the group, it did come after, you know, I was in the days when the CD player was a really cool new tool. So what I'm going to be teaching you tonight is how to pull it all together, not just some great social media tricks. I'm going to show you one at the end. I'm going to try to with this device. But if you would, everybody, if you want to put your screen on, take your camera, even if you're using it right now, and take a shot of what you see right now on your screen. Just take a picture. We're going to use it towards the end. So just get everybody on the picture and take a picture of us. Just take a picture. Use your phone. Take a picture. There you go. Get it up there. Take a picture of us being us. All right. Okay. That'll come in handy in a little while. So when we're looking at social media, when we're looking at making maybe a transition, or we know that first of all, we know what we have in our hands, right? We know what LifeVantage is. We know that we have the best company, the best products on the planet. That is a personal thought there. And we know that we have to remain compliant in how we share it. So, and we know that it's best practice not just to go all over social media, buy my this, use my that, it cures, it heals, it mitigates. We know better, right? The very last thing we want to do is give away the very thing that we want people to know about and have them go to another online source to purchase something that may not even be our thing and then think it doesn't work. So the thing to think about when we're looking at social media, believe it or not, comes back to our core, what matters most. When you're looking at social media, what matters most? Now, the interesting thing about that question, as I learned, is I'm the only one that can answer it for me. And you're the only one that can answer it for you. What matters most? What are you most wanting to get out there, and to whom? I talk to my team a lot about their avatar, their pseudo person, that person that they are most likely to attract in their business. We're not going to get into the ins and outs of that, but who is it? Now, we want to reach everybody, right? We want a broad stroke. We want everybody to love our stuff, but where's your low-hanging fruit? Who do you most easily attract? I'm a mom of teenagers. I'm moving into the grandma years. I'm doing some traveling. There are things that 4 or 5 things that I love to do. And the person that I'm trying to most attract is a mama that can row that same boat. That it's easy for her. If she wants to connect with me, she can go to my Facebook page and go, this is a real chick going through real life. Yep, I'm going to connect with her. We want to make that part of our social world kind and accessible to others. Now, I do see some folks that get heated and they really want to, and this is a divisive time, guys, when we post things on our profile that separate a group of people for whatever reason, you've got to say to yourself, is that somebody that I wouldn't want in my business at all? If their political views aren't the exact same as mine, and I've put something up there that demonstrates to the core my political view to the point of being divisive, is that something I want there? You decide that. If yes, I want this specific person. Now, I know that I want the people that are attracted to me to love the Lord like I do. Absolutely. But their views may be a little different. But I'm going to stand, and the woman who is attracted to Renee Parker as a potential business partner doesn't even know it yet. And she's also going to know or be searching for the Lord herself. So the next thing I want you to think about is when you're on social media, we're all doing it now. We're all spending some time every day. The question is for you, if time is money, then based on the quality of time, the quality of the time you spend on Facebook, what is your time worth right now? Notice I didn't say how long you spend on Facebook, not about the amount of time, but if time is money, then based on the quality of the time invested in your LifeVantage business on Facebook, what is your time worth? The reason that I say this is that we all get caught up in getting bogged down. We spend too much time scrolling. We're not sure if what we're doing is even making a difference in our LifeVantage business. And if you're like me, because you have to keep up, you have to track. That's why my friend Fraser has his entire book on tracking. That's not, it's a great little book. But why is tracking so important? We have to keep up. We have to watch our business, right? So are you like me? Let me just say this. If you're not, I think it's wonderful. But if you're like me, you're a writer downer, or you're someone that's using Keep or Evernote and you're using a lot of this, you know, to keep up or typing it. But this was my world. So I had a notebook, and then there was this other notebook, and I would find a list, and of course, oh yeah, another list. And then I had a tracker like this. Anybody else relate? Am I the only one? Can I get some of this? Have you done this? Of course you have. Of course you have. You've gotten all mixed up in it, right? So how do we make it work? Because we're trying to make it work. Because what you want is a system, right? We're all about systems in your daily do. We have the ITT, right? We have the invite, the tool, and then to the team. We have a launch guide. But again, how does all of this work? I get lost in my launch guide. I have to fill out another one, and I'm like, this is just not working. I'm going to screen share. And I want to know if y'all could show of hands or chat or something, if you're using a planner right now, if you have some kind of system where you're at least using a planner or a calendar, can I get a 1 in the chat so I can just kind of see what you're doing, where we are? Yeah. So most of us, yeah, we got something going on, right? Something that's trying to work. Let me ask you this. Let me get back to my written notes, right? Is it simple for you? Are you able to track really well? Now, the next question is your calendar, or do you have a system that you can go from a physical planner to an online planner? Do you have something that can go with you when you go to places? Like, do you have a system that if you're out and about and you need to see what's going on, you can go to something online and look at it? Do you have that in the chat? Yes? Good, Debbie. You got something that works when you're, okay, online? No, okay. All right, these are just things I want to know. All right, very good. So the next question is, for the few of you who do have something online, does your system send you an email every morning at 5:30 a.m. to tell you what your day is going to be like? Anybody? No, very few of us. Very few of us. Some of us do, right? But very few. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to screen share and show you what my day looks like now and what's possible. Some of you are about to love what you see. You're going to go, I can go from pro now to pro 10. I'm going to fly. Some of you are going to go, I am lost. This isn't working. I can't even write as fast as she's talking because I'm taking notes, and I'm just going to be honest. This isn't going to work for me. It does not work for everyone. But for those of you who can kind of see the system, you're going to be wowed. And if you'll hang to the end, we're going to do a really cool trick with Facebook stories with that picture that you took. So let me see if I can share a screen with you guys. And I'm going to go to, where are we? All right, hang on just as it looks like it did not come through. Give me just a second to pull it up. And daily agenda, there we go. Maybe that's where we need to start. All right. Now let me share the screen. Okay. Can you guys see that? That is an email. Yeah, good. This is the email that comes to me every morning, and it's sent to me by my Google Calendar. And it tells me everything that I got going on today. Is that just the coolest thing? It lets me know what's going on. How does that happen? That all that, and if you'll look, these links are live right out of that email. So when I get up and get ready for my quiet time, it's already sitting there in my inbox ready to go after I get through. Look at that. Is that crazy? So how do we make that happen? It's through something called Google Calendar. You guys see that? Oh my gosh, that just looks crazy, Renee. What are you doing there? Let me see if I can get, my internet's running a little slow. So I'm just going to take everything out and just kind of show you how I layer my day. The first thing that we're taught, believe it or not, in working social media is how to block time for social media so that we don't spend the whole day scrolling and looking and just watching cat videos, okay, or Karen videos, or watching or Karen memes. So what I do in my day every day, this is just a Google Calendar. If you don't have it, recommend you download it, get it. So I take my mom's world as my very first thing. It's my most important time of the day. And I put in what's going on today. I actually make a note for myself because I'm that chick that will forget at 2 o'clock. I got to stop and see, make sure we're set for dinner tonight. The end of the day, I'm planning the day. And y'all, I literally, this is me, block out the time that says a great mind can do nothing without rest. I have to remind myself because I will stay up and get all like blue light eyes, you know, from staying on social media too long. I know I'm the only one, but bear with me. So after that, I look at what needs to be done around the house, and I take 10 minutes every day to do, look at that, a different thing, a front room, a kitchen, my office, the den, 10 minutes. It's not the big weekly clean, but it keeps the big weekly clean from being so big. I know I got to pay bills. I got some reminders, some tasks, kids going on things. My team, my LifeVantage business and customers, some training that may be going on, my Bible study time, which normally hits around noon every day. And then I've got a couple of other things that make my life beautiful, and we'll go into what those are. So what I look for in this day is everything I need to get done, and then I look for the white space. And the white space is the time for those three-way calls with my downline. It's the time to do some little extra stuff, and it's actually time to walk away from my LifeVantage business and do my life. It leaves me. So great, Renee, you've got Facebook work in there. Aren't you smart? Well, what does it say about my Facebook work? This isn't Facebook play. This is Facebook work. And look at that. It's only 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I've got 30 minutes into my day for Facebook work 3 times. Once in the morning after the day gets going. I've got a midday or early afternoon. And then I have one this time of an evening. I try to do my Facebook work when more people are going to be on their Facebook doing the scroll. And each one of them is just 30 minutes. What can you get done in 30 minutes? I'm going to show you something that's going to just blow your mind that you can get done in 30 minutes. Some people call it a blitz. Some people call it a power hour. Mine's more like a power 30 minutes. And when I teach it, it takes about 45 minutes to do live. How we actually just do 3 things in 30 minutes time, dedicating 10 minutes to each one. And then all the other stuff you see there comes from that. But that's still not the in-the-minute organization. That's still not all of the note taking about the person that I just had that conversation with or had that great messenger conversation. And I'm going to follow up with them on, was it Tuesday? And they wanted to know more about ADD. So I want that Jeffrey Fannin video. And how am I going to remember that if I'm doing this 3 times a day, talking to people? How is that possibly? Do you ever get bogged down? Anybody in doing this? Yeah, sure we do. So there's that little piece of magic that I kind of asked you guys about on the Team Lifetree page the last couple of days. And this, guys, again, this is social media, believe it or not, but it's putting things together so that when you do get on social media, you have purpose, you have drive, you have intention, and you're actually building a business, okay? So the next thing I do is something called Trello. And this is a little gift, if you guys want it, that I'm going to be able to give to you. We talk about the launching, right? Well, if you're going to launch, you need a launch pad. Trello is a free service. Anybody else ever do this? Anybody else got this going on? Where you like take this and you put it over here and then you try to keep up and then your dog walks by and the whole thing gets brushed to the ground. That happened? Only in my world, right? So what this is a virtual version of what I just showed you. These are called boards. And a board has these lists. So the whole thing is a big board. All the long pieces are lists, and those are cards on the list. Now, let's say that I was just starting in LifeVantage, and I was gifted this Trello thing. How can it help me? Well, my upline, my enroller, let's say that her name was Renee. has a way for me to immediately out of the gate make a copy of this so it becomes mine. This particular one is public, but she's going to show me how to click over in the menu and copy this board and make it my own. And then she's going to go ahead and in this welcome letter, she's going to give me the links to what would be my LifeVantage website, her email, her phone number and WhatsApp, our LifeTree groups, the code training, and look at that. It's all right there every time someone new joins the business part of the business, or even if they're just a customer, you can do one of these for customers. Under that, she's created a whole Let's Launch guide, and you guys have seen some of those. And yours may be a little different. I'm not going to go into all of that launch because yours may look a little different. We can actually do a launch if you want sometime soon. But the original part, what is the money-making thing? Invite, right? So we get a database together. And I've got some here that are real and some that are kind of fun for tonight. So I've got this database of people, and I'm just writing those names down. And the cool thing is Trello is also magically on your phone through an app. And you can do, it looks just like this. And you can just add people as you're thinking. Well, why would I do this instead of just writing them down? Because you can actually do a workflow with Trello. I'll show you what I mean. So let's say that I'm databasing and I'm going to invite people to my launch. The recommendation for your first launch, guys, is 100 people to invite. And these are going to be your supporters. These are going to be people that love you and support you. It's going to be more about getting the word out and getting you comfortable and maybe picking up a few customers. So let's say that Patricia said, okay, I want to be a part of that. I can just move her right over. Julie White wants to know more, and Lisa Majette wants to know more, and Margaret Carter wants to know more. Out of all these people, I know for sure that they want to be a part. And look at that. It just moved right over to the next group. So now I have this group that I know that I'm databasing, following up with, learning about. And when I actually look at, let's say, Lisa's card, the back of her card, as they say, there's actually a template that says how I know her, information about her spouse, her kids, information about what she wants to do. This is really cool, right? And activity. So as I get to know Lisa, we go to lunch together or we talk on Messenger, I can sit right here, or I like to write it down maybe, and take a picture of it, of what I've written, I'll show you that, and put it right here. Isn't that great? There are checklists that you can do. So let's say that we've done all this and my enroller says, okay, it's launch day. Here's information about your launch, Renee. This is what we're going to do. I've even put together a little checklist to help you kind of make sure you got all your I's dotted, your T's crossed. And I've even created a pre-launch message for you, a post-launch for people that you invited and attended, and then ones for those who didn't attend. So all you have to do, Renee, is make a copy of this. And then you're going to take it over to these gals that said they wanted it. So you're going to go to Lisa and watch. Because anything will attach in here, absolutely anything. I don't even have to go back to Facebook. I've put her in through Messenger. I'm going to call her up. And right here, I can just click that message and send it to her. You can do the same for Julie. In fact, I did this for Lisa and Julie in the middle of the night, unbeknownst to them, as I was preparing this. So you're already through this piece, and all of this is at your fingertips. So let's say that they watch the Zoom and then they follow up. Fortune's in the follow-up, right? This is where I get bogged down. I forget who to follow up with. I forget the last time I followed up and what we talked about when I followed up and what was going on when we followed up. What did they actually want? It's all here. And you can create as many follow-ups as you want. So let's say that Julie decides she wants more information. I can bring her right over here and add tag message and actually put her into the LifeTree Science, the LifeTree Health Network, either one of those, and get her more information. That's where I'm adding her to the group, tagging her and messaging her, and keeping up with that flow as we go. So let's say that now we've talked to Lisa, and Lisa's decided she wants to become a team member. Now, there's a really cool piece of this. There's a little butler, if you see him at the top there. On the free version, which is what I'm using, we get one butler, one automated thing. Now, if you have the paid version, which I haven't done, you get unlimited, but I get one little butler thing, and this is what I do. So I'm going to put Lisa into my new team, and there she sits, because I'm not on the right one. Hang on. This one, I'll show you. This is a board that I made that looks just like it, only it says my name. We can find it. There it is. Okay, there's the one that says Renee. So let's try that one more time. I'm going to take someone from the follow-up, and we're going to move them over to the team. Here we go. And when I put Beth, in this case, into the team introductions, in a perfect world, she would disappear. And she's going to disappear, beautiful, into my other group. Now this was a launch, this is a movement, but because I have a team and I have things going on, I actually have a binder, what I call for my team, took the place of the other binder. And she can pop in here, look at there, with new teammates. And I've got all of her information. Yep, we can take their picture, and I can look up all the information, even past notes that I've made with her, all right here. Guys, I hope you can see that this is a great tool, and creating something that's going to help your flow is beautiful. If you want it, are we still together? Are we still together? Let me find you guys again, because I want to stop sharing, but not before I get back to you. Okay. Can you see where creating a flow like that, and it did seem a little daunting at first, but can you see where putting people into a workflow like that also works here is going to, and I'm not necessarily promoting Trello, there's others out there, but it's the one that we were introduced to give us the chance to do a better job of workflow, because we want that income producing activity. And in 3 times a day, I will take 10 minutes to simply comment on people's posts. I take 10 minutes and just comment. Love that, love that tutu that your granddaughter's wearing. I'm going to just comment in the posts. Not going to take a whole lot of time, not thinking about it. It will be the people that I am sort of wanting in my database. 10 minutes. Just when you do that, Facebook sees you as an active user. So anything you do gets more attention. So just go into that group that you're a part of. If you have a whole lot of folks still in your Facebook friends that you really haven't talked to in a while, it's a good place to reconnect. Just comment and love on people, add value. And from there, I take 10 minutes to what Fraser calls FAM, find them, add them, or message, request a friend, and then of course message them after they do that. So, or when I want them to do that. So when I go into, let me make this a little clearer. When let's say that I wanted to become friends with Bonnie Sales. Love Bonnie, love her posts. I will go and I will say, I will add friend request. I will go straight to Messenger. Hey, Bonnie, looks like we have an awful lot in common. We share 47 amazing Facebook friends. I'd love to add you as a new one. What sort of work do you do? Always an open-ended question at the end. So I do not send a friend request without starting the income producing activity of starting a messenger conversation. Always open-ended questions. All right, so here we go. I hope this has been valued tonight. I'm going to try to share a screen on this, and something we can all do. I'm going to teach you a little hack that will help, guys, when we're not going to do that tonight. My phone has gone dead. I've been working too hard. There is a hack, and so I'll tell you about it, and then you can go do it. So take that picture that we took, take it to your story, put it up on your story, and put a cute, excellence in motion or team training, or these are the best people, or at Renee Parker. And then up at the very top of the stories, this is before you add it, you've got an opportunity to go in and look at putting location, putting a poll, that area. You could put sticky. So you're going to add two things. You're going to put some cute little, like a fire emoji in there. You can pick that. And then you're going to go back to location. Now, think for a minute. Think for a minute. Where would you like, where are the people that you would like to be connecting to you? Hometown? Sure. Down the road, another town where you know that there's some folks? Absolutely. Next county over, next state over, next country over. If you will go to location and look for the location and look for the city and the state or the city and the country, not just Germany, but maybe Frankfurt, Germany. If you already have a team growing there and you want to grow your presence, you'll go to location, click Frankfurt, Germany. I'm not in Frankfurt, that's right. You're going to take that little Frankfurt, Germany, little rectangle, bring it in and squeeze it down. Now, where else do you want to be? Kansas City, okay, click Kansas City. Here it comes. And we're going to layer Kansas City on top of Frankfurt. And then we're going to layer Valdosta on top of that. And we're going to layer Tifton on top of that, Tifton, Georgia. We're going to layer Lake Oconee on top of that. The places that you want. You're going to squeeze them down. Make it really tiny. And that little fire emoji, you're going to place right over it. No one's even going to see that. They're going to see a cute little fire emoji or a face or something like that. And you may want to put one, like when I'm on the lake, you'll see that I put the lake, but I also put the towns around the lake. You don't see them. You just see that little location, Twin Lakes. What that does when it goes out, no one else sees it, but Facebook algorithm does, and helps push you out to people who you can connect with, who you may already have it, who they think you already have a connection with in those other places. And it grows you organically in the places you want to be. So there is your, I couldn't show it to you if I wanted to right now, but next time that you're looking on my stories and you see something like that, you'll go, I know what she's doing. She's got other places that she's interested in. And don't just put, again, don't put a big thing. Don't put Georgia. Put the place in Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia, Sheboygan, Georgia. I think there's 4 people there. So I could reach all 4 of them, couldn't I? So that is your social media training for tonight from the experienced guru with social media here. That's me. And I appreciate your time tonight. Y'all got questions?
Hey, Renee, that was awesome info. Appreciate it. Let's see if anybody has any questions in the chat box or if you want to unmute yourself.
Adrian Wade says, does that work on Instagram? Sure does.
Nice.
I'm very fond of Adrian Wade, by the way. She's probably one of my favorite people in the entire world. I gave birth to her. My daughter on tonight. Thank you, Dree. All right, anything else?
Hey, this is Mai.
Hi,
Thank
Mom.
you, Renee, for sharing. So you kind of lost me in the last portion when you were talking about putting countries on top and all of that. So I don't know if it's best for me to reach out and have a one-on-one or if you can go a little bit deeper in that.
It's just
What you were.
Yeah, it's just, if y'all got time, I'll sit here. I don't want to take your time tonight. We're over time, so you let me know. The idea is to use your social media to kind of push out while you're also attracting, right? You want to be
Renee, I think she wants to know where you're doing that. Like I don't think you said in your story.
Did I not say stories?
Or if
Yeah,
you did,
I think I missed exactly how you would do that. So
Facebook story.
is it?
All right, do you know in the top of your Facebook story, before you post, you've got the picture there, you've got options on the right. You can write something, you can click and find location or do a poll. Do you know where that little spot is?
I think so.
Okay, let me see if I can find that real quick. At least maybe I can do that here. Let me see what I can locate.
Is this on your phone or on your computer?
Either way. Usually I do this on my computer. It's just a little easier, but I've seen it definitely done on the phone as well. So let me go to my story.
I usually do it on my phone. I haven't figured out how to do it on the computer, make a story like that.
Okay, so let me share with you guys. So I'm going to add a new, let's see, let's add a new something. If it will let me with all you guys. It's running a little slow, like, I don't know. I'm a little shy. All right, so let's find a photo. Now this is, I do it a lot on my phone as well. So let me just find a picture. All right, so all these pictures of me, why? I'm in the wrong place. Hang on. These pictures. All right, so I'm gonna post this again. Okay, is it gonna let me do it? Maybe it's not gonna let me do it on here either.
Yeah, down there at the bottom on the left, you can choose your story.
Yeah, I just don't know, but it's gonna post straight to the story. I think you're right, Bonnie. We may have to do this on the phone.
I just don't see where to put your locations.
Yeah.
Okay, are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, do you see your picture?
I see the picture.
Okay, on the upper right, where this would be, right now it says delete, but on the upper right, do you see options?
I see a little sticker, a little
Okay.
alphabet, a little squiggle,
Okay, go to stickers,
stickers,
see if it's in there.
stickers, GIFs, emojis. Oh, location.
Ah,
Turn on location services.
you don't even have to turn, it may give them to you without that. Mine doesn't, I don't have to turn them on.
Oh yeah, then it just gives a list of places. You just tag them.
Pick a place that you want. Be sure that it's a city, state, not a restaurant, because then you're tagging that restaurant. The owner's going to go, why did you tag me in this?
So, oh, it's just different stuff. How do you make it small?
All right, click it to put it over. Is it on the screen?
It is.
Take your fingers and do this. Touch each side of it and go like this. The magic of your fingers. Just take it and go squish. Did you squish it?
I did.
Did it squish?
It did. So what are you hiding it behind?
Okay, now go back. Go back to the stickers.
Okay.
Find a sticker you like.
And also you can click on it and make it go white and put it on a white part of your story.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to hide it.
Renee taught this to me earlier.
So how do you make the sticker go on top of it?
Are you able to pull it down to on top of it? Can you just take your finger and move it down to it?
Oh, I see. If you move the sticker last, it puts it on top.
There you go. Crazy, huh? So now you can be everywhere. I haven't done more than about 5 or 6 places at a time, but I have done Germany, a place we have downline in Germany. So I tried to promote that town. There's someone in the UK that I want to make sure they can see my stuff. So I'll put Nottingham, UK, and make it small, as well as places around here that I have prospects that I'm talking to, and it pushes it out because on their Facebook page, that's where they say they live. And Facebook will connect you more, and you'll start seeing them viewing your stories. Now keep in mind, this does not take the place of inviting, of adding new folks, and just making that invite. That is the income producing activity. And what I've learned to put through Messenger, through after a couple of conversations, it's, hey, quick question. Just wondering if you'd be open. Because maybe we've talked about a child that has ADD. Just wonder if you'd be open. I'm familiar with something that may help Jude in some way. Not sure. I could send you some info. If I could find that link, would you want it? If not, no worries. Just thought I'd ask. If not, no worries. Just thought I'd ask. Rarely gets a no. Instead of saying, hey, I got the greatest thing and it's all backed by science and it's awesome and I've got a video here, let me just go ahead and send it to you. No. In social media, we want people to be attracted. We want them to want. And the more that we can get them to say yes, the easier it is down the road for them to say yes. That's all I got tonight, guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, Renee.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm thinking that we need a more intensive time with some of this social media training. Do you think we could set up like a workshop sometime, more of a hands-on kind of thing?
I'd love to. I was talking with my team about that a little bit this morning, and everybody seems to want it. We've got to find a time that works. But you know what? We just have to stick something on the wall and see who can come, you know?
Okay. All right.
And I'm open. The only night that I'm not is Thursday night.
Okay.
But you know, we can do a daytime thing. Most everybody's home, right? Still, most everybody, or early in the afternoon for our teachers who are on.
Yeah. Okay. That would be great. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining, and a special thanks to you, Renee. And want to also remind everyone that this weekend is Life Image Academy, so you can get registered for that. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great week. We love and appreciate you. All right. Appreciate you and love you, Renee. Bye-bye.